Hey guys, welcome back to another pod of MonkeyCraft. I don't even know how to start up today's video. Got some things to talk about. Oh my god. Anyways, it's actually, what's today? Tuesday? No, yesterday was Tuesday because it's Zombie Tuesday. Today is Wednesday as I'm recording this. So, same day recording. I was actually going to record last night, but I started recording on, live streaming on Twitch. And it was actually pretty good. We actually all had some fun. We had some subs pop in, or followers. I don't even know what they are. I don't know what Twitchers are. Well, Twitchers. Oh, yeah, that sounded weird. Anyways, so live streaming on Twitch. God, I don't even know how long. I got off Zombie Tuesday. I want to say about like almost near 6. And I think I wanted to say I started streaming about 6. And I got off of, I think, about like nearly 10 o'clock. Yeah, so we streamed for like 3 hours. It was pretty fun. Everyone stopped in, said hi. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, so follow me on Twitch if you want to stay updated on shameless plug. Anyways, I'm actually thinking about streaming later on today. I'm not too sure. I'm actually streaming on the MonkeyCraft server. You know, Woody's Gamertag, as I said in many videos, one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So, yeah, streaming, Twitch, same as my gamertag and all that kind of good stuff. If you guys want to stop by. But, not trying to really public. It's not like I'm there every single day or anything. But I want to try to be, or at least try to do it pretty often. I don't know. Yeah, so that's what I was doing last night, and then I was actually planning to record, but the stream went for a really long time because everyone was enjoying it. People popped in. We were all playing together, mining stuff out. We learned that Daniel steals stuff because it's the beaner in him. Oh, it's just the stupid stuff that we said. He just came up with stupid. He's raiding other people's houses and stuff. He's like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" And he gave him access to his house. And the first thing he does is just start jacking all this stuff. Silly Daniel. Daniel. Good stream. But anyways, so yeah, recording this morning because last night I went straight to bed right after the live stream. But pretty good fun. So what I was thinking for today's episode is actually trying to finish our little town there, because we still haven't built up the walls over there, as you guys seen when we walked by right there. So we still need to build up those walls and, you know, finish off the ceilings and whatnot. But hopefully we can get that done maybe this episode or so, and we can kind of move on, because getting close to fighting off the Ender Dragon. Whew, that's going to be one heck of a battle. And actually, after live streaming on Twitch and trying to do some stuff on 1.6.2, or yeah, 6.2, I guess there's a new launcher. Like, I didn't even realize there was a new launcher, not until I tried playing on some servers. And then when I found out the new launcher, I was like, wow, I'm glad I said, you know, give me like 2 weeks to try to figure out this thing. Because, man, I'm not too sure how to mod out those new launchers. The new ones, or the old ones, the one that I'm playing on right now, I know how to mod. You know, it's pretty simple. Starting off, you know, it may seem complicated, dragging and dropping the files and whatnot if you don't know the right files to drop in. But now I hear it's a lot more difficult, so I'm glad I said, like, give me 2 weeks, because I don't know. There's a few mods that I want to keep, like the Doggy Talents one. That's probably one of my more favorite mods. You know, the one that's allowing me to name the dogs, you know, give them powers and whatnot. It's always like that, a little ability. And I think it can kind of suck if, you know, it's not supported by the new launcher. Hopefully the guy updates it for the new one, because it's one of my favorite ones that I'm playing with right now. But I hear the only way you can do it now is through like a different launcher. Like, you launch off with Minecraft, like Magic Helper Pro or something. And then from there you pick the mods that you want to bring into the game. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, that could help a lot of people, you know, mod very easily, you know, like getting the basic of modding, you know, like Optifine, Better Sprint, there's a few others, the shaders mod, you know, just standard stuff that improves Minecraft in my opinion. And then but it might like hinder the people who like doing like the crazy mods, because I know a few of my buddies who like doing like crazy mods. Like, they're not modders themselves, but they're starting to learn about it, but mostly they like to add in a whole bunch of mods into their Minecraft world. And if you know, a lot of mods aren't supported by the new launcher, that's gonna suck. But who knows? Man, I'm just hoping Doggy Talents gets in there. Yeah, Doggy Talents. But you never know. Hopefully he gets in there, hopefully. But yes, we gotta finish up these towns, because these villagers are complaining to me. They're constantly sending me requests. Monkey, you're not finishing our town. You must finish building it. You promised us all in the first freaking episode that you were gonna unify our towns, and now they're not. Oh, the same old woes. Man. Kinda sucks though. I really did want to populate the whole area, But man, those stupid NPCs, dude, they always stick by the town. Like, they don't go anywhere else. I've tried to, like, spawn them in over here and try to breed them. You know, like move them over here and then see what's going on. But nope, they slowly but surely all make it back to the town, and they just freaking huddle around in the center, not going back out there. So I guess trying to expand on towns doesn't really work. Maybe actually building a town, like finding eggs, and then from there just like trying to populate a town. I guess that could be helpful, but who knows. Just gotta get a whole bunch of wood. How much do we have right now? We have quite a bit. Why is there squeaking? Huh. Is that from my microphone? I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's not too bad. You know, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. Just tightened up my rig a little bit. Hopefully the squeaking stops. I'm not too sure whether that was picked up by the audio or not. But either which way, it should be resolved. So, yeah. Just a little loose rigging. Time to actually start building up this town. Okay, so going all the way... Oh, dang it, that didn't work. Wait, is that too tall? Wait. Okay, yeah. I thought there was a block above the door, but I wasn't too sure because the perspective that... Oh, dang it, I fell. The perspective that I was looking at it did not let me know whether or not there was tool. Yeah. All you guys were actually pretty cool with the last episodes, me talking about stuff and asking. I don't know whether or not the little Bigfoot thing got cut off, though, because I didn't see any comments about that. Usually when I bring up, like, a really cool little kids show, people remember about it. But maybe that got cut off. I didn't 100% listen back to it. I just made sure all the audio was pretty good through it. Oh, too far. Bam, there we go. Placing the blocks down. You know, speaking of TV and stuff, man, all these good shows are freaking done. I don't know if you guys seen that, but man, all the shows that I've been watching, like Defiance, The Lost Girl, man, Warehouse, God, just all these shows that I watch on TV, whenever I do watch TV, are just like being not discontinued, but aren't coming back on until the freaking next year. They're like, coming in 2014. Just what the F, dude? We're not, like, when these shows ended, we weren't even halfway through with 2013. I remember before, like, they had, you know, 2 seasons. There was the winter season, and then there was the summer season. Like, that's the way all these TV shows worked. And now they're, like, skipping, like, they're jacking me with my freaking TV watching experience. They're making me wait way too long. And now, like, the only thing that I'm watching right now is freaking The Dome, Under the Dome, which is actually somewhat of a decent series. I'm watching it. I'm a little interested how everything works, you know. I like sci-fi and whatnot. I'm interested by, you know, possibilities and whatnot. But it's a pretty good show. It's not too bad. I've always wondered about, you know, living underneath a dome, what that would be like, how that would work. Because I've always thought about, you know, end of the world, how would we all live, you know, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you know, whether it was a religious apocalypse, whether like a meteor, all that kind of stuff, you know, end of the world kind of times. How would you live by yourself? Most of the times, in most scenarios, you'd have to live in a shelter or underground. And I've always thought about, you know, domes, you know, if that would work. And this show kind of, you know, lends to the question. But, oh, dang it, no, I didn't mean to do that. But apparently, like, it really is not even like a dome, it's a sphere. Like, because it goes all the way down to the ground. Because they try to, like, I guess they have, like, a cement factory or something. Or a cement mine, I guess is the right thing. Yeah, cement mine. And that goes, like, really far down. And, like, it's still down there. So if it was a dome, it would be, you know, a half circle just placed on top of the earth. But it's a sphere because it keeps on going down underneath. So, like, they're completely cut off. And apparently the military launched a MOAB at it. And, like, it completely destroyed the outside of the dome. In the sense that, you know, all the trees and everything that was right outside the town are all, like, destroyed. And I guess that's a slight spoiler alert. I don't know. That was on Monday. But, yeah, everyone lived. It makes sense that everyone lived. You know, if you didn't tell that by the show, like, oh, God, we're all going to die. You know, they're launching an MOAB at this dome. We're all going to die. If you didn't know that they weren't going to all survive, that is stupid. That's, like, the fifth episode in. Like, if you were shocked by the fact that the dome wasn't affected and everyone lived, oh, God, you need to watch more TV shows. They never ended just mid-season. If there's ever, like, a drastic tragedy, believe me, it's fine. It's all gonna work out in the end. It always will. And, like, if you see, like, a main character get shot or, you know, get stabbed or something, and you're dealing with sci-fi, more than likely there's, like, some time hole rift stuff that's gonna happen that's gonna bring them back to life. Like, No matter what, people are like, oh dear God, the main character Jimmy Boy just died. Oh no, whatever will happen. Dude, given an episode, you'll see there's like a time hole rift in space where either it was a dream or they somehow magically saved him by some magic gel or some BS. You know, they're all gonna work out in the end. They're not just gonna end a series mid-season. Like, the only time a person could ever die is at the end of a season finale. Like, then you could possibly die. Or, you know, at the very end of the season. You know, the actual season when the show, not season, I guess, series. When the series ends. That's another time a main character can die. But, yeah, anyways. So, it's a halfway decent thing. My only thing is, like, how does the plumbing work? Because I'm assuming, like, they don't have, like, a sewage treatment plant inside the town. It doesn't look like it, but, yes. But it's pretty interesting right now. You know, they're still good on supplies and everything. And that was actually one of the first things they brought up was like, what happens when at the end of the supplies, you know, when that's all gone. But they're like in somewhat of a farming town and they got cows and crops and stuff. But it's not like as big as it was because most of the crops are outside the dome. So we'll see how much longer they're all going to survive, which is pretty interesting. I like that aspect of it. Adds another thing. Apparently, like, there's like a drug backstory going on with the town to save it and people and da-da-da-da-da. It's pretty cool. I like the show. It's pretty interesting. It really is like the only thing on right now. God, I can't even think of another show that I'm watching. Oh, what's another show that I'm watching right now? Adventure Time. I'm watching Adventure Time. Like, whenever those shows come out, like, I kind of stopped watching the show, but I still like it. But when I was setting my, you know, DVR to record everything, like, they come up with these weird combinations because, you know, every single episode is like 15 minutes long. So when I set it to record everything, like, they have mashes of different episodes. Like, they'll have one episode from, like, season 1, one episode from, like, season 3 just mashed together for the 30-minute time slot. And it ended up that, you know, I watched every single episode probably 10 times over, just, you know, just by watching whenever it popped up. And it kind of wore me out, like, really, really fast. So now I just set it to record whenever something new comes on. And sometimes, you know, those mashups still get me, because if they get them like a mashup of like 2013 and another 2013, then my DVR sees it as something new and it records it, and then when I watch it, I'm like, I just seen this, but I'll watch it. You know, I'm still enjoying the show and everything. That's something I'm watching right now. What's another show? God, I can't even remember. No, because that's not until 2014. No, Defiance just ended. That's right. Warehouse just ended. No, that's gone too. Man, what's on TV? Being Human. Dang it, Being Human. That's a really good show. I'm loving it. But freaking not until 2014, which also freaking sucks. Man, nothing's on TV right now. God, I can't even remember a season or series that I'm watching right now. In the comment section below, do you guys know any seasons that are halfway decent right now? Because, God, I can't even think of anything. I like watching them. No, can't think of anything. Well, I guess that's enough TV talk. Gotta have one of those in every single episode. But, yeah. MonkeyCraft. Whoa, God, green bug. Get the hell out of here. I hate the freaking little green bugs. Get out of here. Good, he's leaving. God, it's so annoying. How is this all looking? Actually, I have some ideas for, like, next MonkeyCraft. But, God, is it a bad thing to talk about, you know, next season when this season isn't over? Like, is that, like, spoilers? Or is that, like, dude, man, focus on the task at hand? Like, what am I supposed to talk about? Here, I'll talk about the task at hand if you want. Block place, block place, block place, block place, block place, block place, block place. Boring. Like, no one cares about the task at hand. People want to hear stuff that's going on in the real world. Oh, something that's going on in the real world. I completely forgot. Apparently, the princess of England had a baby. Yes, that's something that's going on in the world. I don't think they even named it. Like, I barely found out about that, like, yesterday, and apparently like, the day before she gave birth. So I was like, super late to the party. I was like, hey, Dad, did you hear, you know, she had a baby? He's like, yeah, son, that happened yesterday. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't really like to follow news. God, news is so depressing nowadays. Because, like, ever since, you know, everyone has an iPhone and all that kind of stuff, everyone has a video camera, and media's everywhere. God, all you hear about is school shootings, rapes, murders, just, like, the worst of the worst. And it's like, God, you can only feel depressed for, like, how long? And sympathy, like, that only wears out. Which is why, like, most of the time when someone's like, rape, murder, and stuff, I'm like, okay, sadness for you, okay, let's move on. For the reason being that I just don't like to... I don't like to focus on it. God, just if I were to start watching the news and focus on every single person that has died, been raped, or murdered, or like any horrible tragedy, and I'm not trying to diminish the tragedy that has happened to these people, their friends and family and whatnot, but if you feel sympathy for everyone that has ever been wronged, you're just going to be a very depressed person, which is one of the reasons why I like to just say, accepted, you are in a bad spot right now, some bad stuff happened, I accept that, I'm going to move on now, because God, if you were to just focus on that, you'd be sad 24/7, it's really sad, which is why I kind of like move on from it and try not to watch the news, but it's not like I'm heartless, but I can sympathize with it, and one of the reasons why I kind of try to avoid it is because I can sympathize with it. I can sympathize some horrible stuff happening to people, and then it brings up memories for me, and then I'm like, nope, rejecting memories, moving on. But yeah, so yeah, that's Monkey Dragon being cold and heartless, saying the rape and them saying nothing. Remember, depressing news, but some news is fun. What have you guys ever thought about that? Like news, it's always like 20 really horrible things and like one heartwarming thing, like in all the news. Oh yeah, it's 20,000 people died today in a horrible train accident that involved a boat, a sugar, a fork, and a candlestick with a butler. And apparently someone rescued a kitten. Like, God, you're mixing up a whole bunch of stuff there. It's just like, focus on something here. Super sadness. Wish there's more good stuff in the world. More kitten-loving goodness, shiningness. I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else that's happened recently. God, I've been really boring. I'm just like super wiped out from that live stream. Because, God, I live stream with Zombie Tuesday from, let's say, 4 to like 5:30. And then like at 6, I took dinner right then and there, like after 5:30 for like 10 minutes. And then after that, I was trying to get Twitch working, getting some videos rendered out this way I can be like, hey guys, come over to Twitch, we're live streaming. And so yeah, God, I was working from like 4 to, I was even working before that to actually get the live stream up and getting some videos out. But anyway, for live streaming sense, from like 4 to like near 10, and then I just crashed on the couch. I'm still a little burnt out right now, but yeah, not activating at 100% efficiency. I actually found out my computer's actually pretty halfway decent, because I was live streaming. Well, I was playing Minecraft, live streaming, using my programs, to check on everything, and my computer was barely working at like 50%. Like it wasn't even maxed out or super taking. It was actually pretty good. I was actually planning to add a face cam and stuff, but I think that'd have to be later on. But yeah, loving this computer. Ooh, speaking of computers, oh God, I think I've already said it plenty of times. I've paid off my computer. I could upgrade now, but I paid for like a 3-year warranty on my computer. So if anything happens to it, anything at all, it'll be covered. But if I crack the baby open and add some parts to it, then it voids the warranty. And I'm thinking whether or not I should upgrade my computer. Whether or not, I could see what kind of motherboard I got in there, whether or not it supports multiple, GPUs. If you guys are wondering, graphics card's the thing that, shows these textures, all the little colorful image that you see. Whether or not I can upgrade that, whether I can support 2. If I could support 2, then I could just buy, the same GPU that I'm running right now, and, it'll work essentially, I don't want to say twice as good, because I think computers don't work that way, but it'll work a lot better. But if it only works one, then, save up some money, buy a really good one, and then, plug it in. But when you start upgrading your computer, it's kind of like a downhill thing, If you upgrade this, you got to upgrade this, because when you start upgrading this, you got to get that for this. Because, if you start upgrading, like, your GPU and stuff, your computer could need more power, so you might have to upgrade the power supply. With the more power supply, with the GPU in there, it'll start running hotter, so you got to get, better coolant system. And that's usually what it goes to, is when you upgrade one thing, depending on, how much you've already have it upgraded, whether or not you bought a much powerful power supply and a really good cooling system, you might not have to upgrade that stuff. But if you get those kind of standard things, you might, if you go like a stepping stool, I bought, number 4 of the cooling and power supply, or let's say number 2, and you just bought a better GPU, then you're like, okay, then I'll buy a number 3 of both of them, and you just barely go steps up. Then usually you spend a lot more money than buying the best power supply, or one of the better ones, like 1,000 watt, 750 watt, really good cooling system. Usually that's the better way to do if you're planning to upgrade. That's what every little forum and everything that I've been saying is that if you are planning to upgrade, buy a really good power supply right off the gate. Because if you just go from like 500 to 600, then to 750, then to 800, then 9, then to 1,000, you're going to spend multiple thousands of dollars probably there. Probably like $2,000 slowly upgrading the same thing over and over again. Because I think power supplies are like near $200 each or something like that. I want to say power supplies are expensive once you start getting up into like the 700s and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, so little computer talk. So I want to find out about my motherboard to see whether or not I can upgrade it, just simply straight out, or whether or not I have to run 2 GPUs, whether I can run 2 GPUs, or whether I should just buy a better one, then, cooling system and stuff. But once I do this, this is probably going to be like $1,000 or so going into it, because I want to see if I can get, 32 gigs of RAM, because right now I'm sitting at 16, which is really good. I'm not running into any problems. Everything's running pretty smooth right now. But, the better's the better. Because once that happens, you can run things at better settings, you can record at higher settings, you can run better stuff, and then when you render out videos, that gets rendered out faster, and, you can render them out, the faster it renders out, the higher quality that you can, render it to. And one thing that I'm really looking into is sound card, and a lot of people who are new to YouTube, I don't know if you guys even care about this subject, but if you are planning to render out videos, and if you record stuff, with your voice, if you don't have a good sound card, then it may not sound as amazing. Not to say, buying an amazing sound card is going to make you sound, oh god, I forget that black dude's name. What was his name? He played Star Wars, or not, he played in Star Wars, but he was Darth Maul, or not Darth Maul, dang it, god. Man, how am I forgetting his name? He was the main evil bad guy, god. Darth Vader, there we go, god, brain super freaking fart. The brain. But yeah, anyways, so that dude's voice, I want to say, oh god, I don't even insult the dude. He was awesome. He's one of my favorite. He's one of the best voices. But anyways, so yeah, basically what I'm trying to say with the sound card is, if you make your voice if you're trying to record your voice, like in 7-point surround sound, and your sound card can only handle, monotone stuff, then it's only so much you can do. But the better sound quality you have with your sound card means, the better quality that you can have with your microphones, because the better it processes it, the better, sound it comes out. But anyways, also it has to do with, recording, the sounds of Minecraft, because if you have a crappy sound card, then you might not be able to distinguish that the horse is to my left, or that it's to the right over there, or that, that cricket over there in the field just farted. Like that's the stuff that you can't distinguish. But anyways, yeah, just thinking about whether or not I should upgrade my PC, because once I do, voids the warranty and everything that happens, it's still working good right now, but I don't know, just something to think about. It's not like I'm planning to do it today or tomorrow or anything. So right now I'm still thinking about what the hell I'm going to do.